The federal government's fight against corruption has come under scrutiny, and let's join a guest from Abuja. He is the Special Assistant to the President on Anti-Corruption and White-Collar Crimes, Mr. Aide. We'd like to thank you for joining us on the program and ask, is the federal government winning the war against corruption? Okay, let me repeat that question again. Is the federal government winning the war, truly winning the war against corruption?
Well, I would say the federal government is winning the war. Like the Vice President said at yesterday's event, though we are not where we want to be, but we have left where we were 4 years ago. So we are making progress and we are winning the war.
That the federal government has come under the spotlight for being quite slow and perhaps selective in this fight. How do you respond to that?
The allegation that the war is selective. Well, I would deny that allegation vehemently because the fact on ground shows clearly that the fight has been across board, across all divides, and it is not selective.
You say across all divides, but let's look at some of the agencies that we have. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission being one and several other related agencies. How would you say, how effective have they been really? They've come up with a lot of figures, a lot of numbers as well, and a lot of people, that have been convicted on, corruption charges, economic and financial crimes as well. And we know that, you mentioned the VP said the GDP could rise much more if corruption is really nipped in the bud. But isn't corruption really fighting back with regards to the speed with which some of these agencies are handling the issues?
Well, the meeting that was held yesterday is one of the indicators of the fact that the government is continuously thinking about how to take the fight against corruption forward. And the meeting of yesterday was to create a collaborative mechanism between all the anti-corruption agencies so that there can be synergy in achieving this common goal, which everybody is committed to. So, like there are so many anti-corruption agencies in Nigeria with their respective mandates, but they are all committed. There is a single thread that cuts across all of them, the fight against corruption. So at yesterday's event, the focus was how can we leverage on the strength of each of these agencies? How can we come together? How can we create a collaborative ecosystem to fight the war against corruption? So the truth of the matter is that we continuously seek to improve on this very important project of the government.
And finally, what role do you think the arms of government should be playing? Professor Aide said that, there shouldn't be negative energy amongst the arms of government, but how best do you think that they can all work together?
No. If it is just natural. If many people are committed to a cause, they can only succeed if they are all pulling along the same direction. But when people are working at cross purposes, someone is pulling to the left and another to the right, they would never get to the destination. So, considering that there are so many anti-corruption agencies in Nigeria, it is very, very important that all of them should work together, should collaborate, and be committed to this common goal so that we can achieve results.
We'd like to thank you, Special Assistant to the President on Anti-Corruption and White-Collar Crimes, Mr. Aide, for joining us on the program.